What we do here is go back.
What's going on, everyone? Shout out to my subscribers who are checking this out. Shout out to anybody new that's coming across this video or is new to this channel. Feel free to subscribe. I love feedback, so comments are always welcome, and if you really enjoy it, hit the like button. So I've been bouncing around in a bunch of ways to address this Stephon Clark situation and the shooting, since I've never addressed them on my channels really, and I think that I have a way of looking at it that could be beneficial to black people and people of color going forward in dealing with situations when it comes to the police. So the main thing that I pulled from this is to stop relying on other people. I heard it spoken about on another person's channel, where it's, what can we do to help the situation going forward? And part of it is to stop relying on people. So in the way that I look at that is, we can expect other people, cops, to behave in a certain manner, to act in a certain way, but we can't rely on them to actually do that. Whether we are right or wrong, you cannot rely on the cop to act in a way that you think is the most appropriate. So because of that, you have to stay focused on you. You're staying focused on you and how you're reacting, how you are responding to any given situation that you are in, despite the circumstances. In Stephon's case, I think he didn't really take into account his own actions and what he was doing. He, I think, was the person that they were looking for. So, and this is based off of his actions. His actions said to me, he's not holding himself accountable for what's going on. He's treating this as if, oh, they should just leave me alone because I ain't really doing nothing. But you really are, and you need to stand up and take that L. Because you didn't want to make a decision to run. Now you're putting the cops in a position that you are not expecting to have put them in just based off running. You think that if you're going to run, oh, they'll just chase me down and get me. But you're now putting them in a position where they don't know what you have. So now you become a little bit more suspicious. It's things like that where I think if he would have made more a decision that was more focused on him controlling his actions, he would still be here over dead, because he didn't control himself and control his actions. Mind you, my thought that he wasn't thinking, he wasn't self-reflecting or trying to control his actions are based on the way that he reacted in the situation with my knowledge or my idea of what he had to have at least known, which I find a little hard to argue against based off the situation and the facts that we have about it. Despite personal feelings, I don't see it unreasonable to assume that he wasn't thinking about his actions before he did them. Now, this self-accountability does apply to both sides. The cops shooting at him 20 times, 6 of which hit in his back, when you had the cover of a house to try and use to call out more commands before going ahead and pulling the trigger. Things like that. Taking 5 minutes to go over and even check on him and see if he was alive, even though he was non-responsive and didn't move for that 5 minutes, and you acknowledge both of those things. This is something that they can take into account, that has to be accounted for, and these are part of the reasons why I think there should be some sort of justice in this situation for him, though I don't know what it would be. There should be some type of punishment to those cops for them not taking action to actually save this man's life once they did shoot him, regardless of whether or not it could be saved. But to not go over for 5 minutes and then consider shooting him with non-lethals and get over there and cuff him once you get him, it's a little weird. Hard to call in all lives matter in a situation with that as an example. So, in the end, with these things in mind, we still have to take into account our actions and what we control going forward when encountering a police officer. You got to make a decision that's going to put your life more at risk for being taken, or are you going to take your chances on compliance and doing what they say to do, not running from your issue. You know you were doing something, you sit back, take it, go to court. Yes, you might lose there too, but You live to do that. But I won't let the preconceived notions that I have say to me, okay, now I'm going to change my behavior when interacting with the cops. That's me saying, they're all going to do what I think they're going to do. I don't control any of them, but I'm pretty sure they're going to do what I think they're going to do. So if I run, they ain't going to kill me. Because, it's wrong. It's wrong. They wouldn't kill me. I don't have anything on me, so I'm not taking that chance. Staying mindful, self-reflecting is more likely to lead to a more positive outcome. I'm going to take my chances on that. Have a good one.